What's up, everybody? Squirrel Man's back again. I'm in. Damn, honestly, I don't even know what state I'm in right now. I can't remember. I'm in the middle of a run right now. I'm on my 30-minute break. I cannot wait to get where I'm going. I got less than 300 miles to go. The topic of this video right now is two different things. Your Jake brakes and really heavy loads. If you guys remember, it wasn't too long ago. It was a couple years ago. There was a kid in Colorado that got in that really bad crash and ended up killing some people. He was a brand new rookie truck driver, and the judge, because of the law, gave him 110 years in prison. And a lot of the truck drivers in the state basically they shut down. They stopped driving. They said we're not going to drive if you give this kid that kind of sentence. And I understand, because they were like, well, what if that happened to one of us? I don't blame the kid. Me personally, when I heard the story, I was like, yeah, it's his fault. You have to take responsibility for your actions. But the other part of it, and you really need to listen to me when I tell you this, for you guys that have no experience driving yet, you're getting ready to go to school, there's a lot of things that school is not going to teach you. And one is using your Jake brakes. When I went to school, not once did I ever use my Jake brakes. They never talked about them, didn't even show me where they were in the truck. I mean, that is so scary to me, that if I'm a CDL instructor and I'm not teaching you how to use your Jake brakes, and you're asking me right now, maybe, well, when should I use my Jake brakes? The answer is all the time. All the time. Especially when you have a really heavy load. I wasn't there, but I can almost guarantee you, when people bring up that story about that kid that crashed, they're like, well, I wonder how it happened. I'm like, because he wasn't using his Jake brakes. I guarantee he was probably going down a hill too fast and lost control, and that's how he crashed. Well, I can tell you this 100% with confidence. When I was with CRST, I remember going through Pennsylvania and these other, going east. I used to travel for miles and miles, and I never touched my foot brake. I would just use my Jake brakes and my cruise control, and I would go for miles like that. And once you learn how to be a good driver, you're going to know how to do that. It's all in feel, you'll get a really good feel for the truck and the weight, and you'll be able to do the same thing. It's not super complicated. It's just something you have to learn how to do, So, yeah, when should I use my Jake brakes? All the time. The Jake brakes, they're there for a few reasons. One good reason that they're there is to save your mechanical brakes, because if you go back in my history, you'll see this video of when I saw that guy crash right in front of me. This was a couple months ago. You'll see he was driving a white Penske truck. Go back in my history, you'll see it, because I made a little video about that. But I watched that guy crash right in front of me. He was probably 200 yards in front of me, going down a big hill. I think we were in Ohio, I can't remember, or West Virginia. And he lost it. Right at the bottom, he lost it. And then went right off the side of the road, off an overpass, and just said boom right into the freaking dirt. I couldn't believe that guy survived. He walked away with a broken nose. I was shocked. I thought for sure that guy was going to be dead, But anyway, when you're going down those really long embankments, that's when you use your Jake brakes the most, especially when you got a really heavy load. The other day I had a load that was 43,000 pounds. I'm going down an embankment. I'm not even touching my foot brakes. I got that damn Jake brake slapped all the way down, and I'm just going go all the way down the hill. That's when you get in the right lane. You let everybody go around you. You're going slow as shit, but you're going to make it there alive and in one piece. That's the other thing. Like, how many of you have been driving in your car and you see a truck in the right lane going slow as shit up a hill, and you're like, why is he going so slow? Because he's so damn heavy. He's heavy as shit, man. He's probably right there on the red line of how much he can actually carry. You know, I've been there so many times. You seasoned drivers, you know what I'm talking about. You know, the truck's only going to go so fast when it's carrying that much weight. That's why when I get in those situations, I'm constantly downshifting to try to get my momentum up, you know. And then once I get to the top of a hill, you know, I don't need to downshift. I smack that gas and then just get that momentum back. But when you haul heavy loads, your truck's going to handle totally different. When you take that first, you rookie drivers, when you take that first heavy load, you're going to feel it, man. That you're going to feel so much weight behind you. You're going to feel the truck struggling to move. It's going to move, but slowly, you know. When you take corners, it's going to feel totally different. It's going to scare you at first, but once you get used to it and you really learn how to use your Jake brakes, then you'll conquer that fear and you'll become way more confident. You know, it's going to take you longer to get places, especially if you're in a really like hilly terrain. Man, it takes forever. So if you know that you're going to be hauling a heavy load, you better trip plan really good and give yourself so much time to get there, because that truck is going to be like slow as shit. You know, that's when like it's nice to be in really flat terrain areas, or like I remember when I was going to California all the time, or out in the Southwest, and you're just moving across the desert flat in a straight line. You know, those are like the best runs, man, because nothing gets in your way. You don't have to deal with a whole bunch of crazy terrain when you're hauling that really heavy weight. But yeah, that if you're getting ready to go to CDL school, I really want you to ask them this. Say, are you going to teach us how to use the Jake brakes? And when they say no, and they're like, oh no, you don't need to know that. You don't need to know that. Yeah, trust me, you need to know that. That shit is vital, because that's exactly why that kid crashed that truck. I guarantee you he wasn't using his Jake brakes, or he didn't know how to use them right, because no one taught him how. You know, when I was going through my mentorship, my mentor even barely showed me how. You know, it was just kind of like an accident that I discovered them. And if you don't know where they're at, it's just a little lever on the right side of the steering wheel. You know, you push it up and you push it down. You know, you smack it all the way up and you disengage them. You smack it. There's like, 3 different levels to it. You smack it all the way down and it's like fully engaged. You know, it's something you'll learn. But ask your CDL instructor. Say, hey, man, I really wanted you to show me what these Jake brakes are all about, because you're definitely going to need to know that. That is so vital. I cannot believe that CDL schools wouldn't teach you that. That's like top 3 of the most important things you need to learn. You know, it's insane to me that they don't show you that. Like when I went to the school, they never even brought it up. Like, and the other thing, this is another crazy ass thing that they don't teach you. How to move your tandems on the trailer. They didn't even show me how to hook up a trailer. They talk about it like, oh, these are the hoses. Yeah, there's the lever, you crank it up. I'm like, yeah, but you're not showing me, you're not making me do this. This is something I'm going to be doing every fucking day, and you're not showing me how to do it. You know, that's why you get these new guys out of school, and they get out there in the jobs and they make all these stupid mistakes because no one taught them how. And to be honest, moving the tandems on a trailer is super easy. It is. It's super easy. I could teach a 5-year-old to do it, but the most common problem you're going to have when you're moving your tandems is you're going to get in there, you're going to press all the right buttons and pull all the right levers, and for some reason that damn thing's just not going to want to move because the air in the lines is being stubborn. You know, that's another thing you're going to have to learn on your own, because I guarantee you they're not going to teach you that in school. There's so many things, I'm telling you, when you're going to get out there on the road and you're going to be like, why didn't they teach me this? Because it would have taken them 5 minutes to show you. And it's absolutely stupid. You know, they would save you so much time and trouble if they would just show you these little things. I mean, it would be so easy. They could horseshoe the whole class and be like, hey, let me show you this. It'll take me 2 minutes to show you, and it'll save you hours of aggravation down the road. You know? So anyway, yeah. When you get in the truck for the first time, definitely, if you're getting ready to do a mentorship, ask them about the Jake brakes. Ask them about the tandems. Be like, hey, can you just take a second and show me? I really need to know this, you know, because you don't want to be that guy that gets in a hilly area. You barely know how to use your Jake brakes. You're going way too fast down the hill, you know, and you spin out of control. You don't want to be that guy. So anyway, questions, comments, stories. You know I love to hear y'all's stories. Please send them. Like, share, subscribe. Common sense ain't common.